The problem here is that nobody wants to change.
Yeah.
Changing that would make it so hard. And if I propose 50-50, like, okay, let's be in a relationship, let's do 50-50. How is that fair?
Yeah, I totally agree. As I always say this as an ex 50-50 girly, the 50-50 thing is so patriarchal and it's so unfair. And I think all people see is that, oh, women should be financially independent. But what about the things that women, like men will be like, oh, you pay half the bills and I'll do half the housework. Women do way more than just housework. Women do way more than just cooking and cleaning. And to reduce 50-50 down to, oh, me doing 50% of the woman's job is me cooking every now and then, me cleaning every now and then. Women do way more than that.
I can't believe that they're so dumb that they can't see what we are actually doing.
Yeah.
The day you actually can deliver a fucking child, talk to me then.
Exactly. When you're breastfeeding, when your hormones are all over the place. And until men are able to physiologically do things that women can do, and also women, like men, have the testosterone to keep them going, keep them strong, build the same muscle.
Which is why now, because women are being hyper independent, they have more PCOD. This generation.
I am quite the victim of that. So I totally get it. You know, so it's like when we pitch 50-50, it's like, who are we? Because women are still managing the household. They're still in like kind of taking leadership, like holding ties together, you know, taking care of parents that aren't even theirs oftentimes in Indian communities, right? So it's like, where is 50-50 here? Because men are like, 50-50, go pay half the bills. 50-50, like back in the day, 50-50 was men used to hunt, provide, protect their women, and women would, you know, like manage things at home. Now we order from Blinkit, right? And I can do that. It's like 50-50 has only made men's lives easier. You go to a grocery store, you pick from the aisle, right?
50-50 has definitely made them a little bit more secure financially. It definitely made us also a little bit secure financially, not taking away from that. Women must still earn their money. But in a relationship, when you're talking about everything else that comes along with it, like how are you taking care of the house? Are you deciding what's being cooked? Are you able to look at my nutritional, my hormones, my health and decide, or are you just taking care of yourself? Because if you're just taking care of yourself, that's really not 50-50, bro.
Exactly.
If you are fully taking care of yourself and 50% of me, then we talk.
Exactly. Because if you're just taking care of yourself, what's the difference between you and a child who lives with his parents and then pays his own like phone bill or whatever?
Yeah, because if you're taking care of yourself and I'm taking care of myself, then I'm rather be single now.
Yeah, we're roommates at this point.
Exactly.
You know
So
what I mean?
50-50 is very, very different. And I've always said that in the sense of compromise. Compromise is a very triggering word for me, especially like growing up. Compromise meant like a woman sacrifices. And today I'm changing the narrative of compromise where I'm just like, I'll walk a few steps, you walk a few steps.
Absolutely.
In your strength, my strength. And then we figure out who has the more resources to take care of each other. It's not always 50-50. You know, so we want to be taken care of in a relationship. And
Of course.
now coming back to the sex part of it, how does 50-50 play a role here?
I mean, isn't it kind of impossible? The sperm chases the egg. Like one is giving, one is receiving on the most primal level. 50-50 does not work. And this is why I talk about BDSM, because BDSM is essentially power play. One is giving it up, one is gaining it. But in a healthy like dom sub relationship, the sub has as much control as the dom, just in very different ways. And it kind of plays out in male female, like, you know, regular heterosexual relationships as well, that 50-50 can never exist, because you know that saying that when a man loves a woman, she becomes his biggest weakness. When a woman loves a man, he becomes her biggest strength. Yeah. So essentially, it's like the you can only be more powerful together because you are complementary, and that means that it's yin and yang. You guys are bringing two very different things, and we live in a society where it's like, because for so long, I think what men were offering, providing, which was money or this and that or whatever, it was valued so much. It's like, oh, men are, you know, sustaining the household with their money. But we overlooked what women were doing, because it's like any woman can have a kid, right? But it's like, that's the thing, is that men are givers, like in nature wise and even sexually, they're giving. They give the sperm, they're giving whatever. Women receive it, but you give the sperm, she gives you a baby. You give her a house, she gives you a home. You give her ingredients, she gives you a meal, right? It's like men provide, women multiply. But all we look at now is provide, provide, provide. So 50-50 is like half of providing is 50-50. No, what about half of receiving? Which, do we see men doing this? Because we see that men want 50-50, women paying for things. But what do they often ask us if we're taking a decision together? How often do men ask, like, what do you think? Because I see whenever I'm doing anything with a woman will go back and forth. What do you think? Are you okay with this? Okay, next step. Oftentimes with men, they're like, I still want the leadership role, but they don't want to do the work to get that.
No.
They just want it handed to them. And I've noticed a lot, even with my friends, when it's a bunch of us hanging out, girls and guys, they won't ask the girls what we want. Like, they'll pick the hotels. Imagine we're traveling. They'll pick the hotel. They'll talk to all their guy friends. Pick the hotel. We don't once get asked what we want. But then they're like, oh, this is your share of the payment. And I'm like, you didn't ask us the location. You didn't ask anything. But then at the end of the day, they'll ask us, we'll go to a restaurant. What do you want to eat? And they take care of us like they're taking care of a car or something. Like, change the oil, like make sure it's running, make sure she's fed, make sure she's good to go. But when it comes to serious decisions, they don't ask us. Where is that? How's that 50-50?
But do you think men are groomed to be that way? Men are groomed by other men to be that way?
Because men look for the approval. That's toxic masculinity. They're looking for the approval of other men.
But do they at any point look for approval from other women?
I feel like
their mums?
I mean, they do, but I think essentially, like, I think looking for your mom's approval is so accepted in our society. But looking
like
for
a mama's boy is a very big thing in a Desi community.
Yeah, exactly. And that's so normal. It's kind of like, yeah, you should be your mom's, like, she should be the love of your life or whatever. But looking for approval from your woman.
If you like this video, the link to the full episode is right here, and we have various other clips of various other guests. Please check them out and drop a comment.